stood beside us and made our troubles, our enemies, their own. Let them hear our thanks. Look around you, people of the Reach. Markarth still stands. See your fellow Reach folk, and know we will always fight for our land and our ways.
The time has come, my friend. Let us speak. I know you've only had a moment's peace, but we must renew our hunt for Rada al-Siran with all due haste. The setbacks will not slow Rada for long. He's likely closer to his true goal than we know. That I have yet to determine, but consider what he's wrought thus far. Harrow storms across western Skyrim to revive the Grey Host. Here, the souls of Markarth reaped to empower the Dark Heart. Both great sacrifices. But I fear worse is yet to come. A good question. Despite your success stopping High King Svargrim and Lady Belaine, the reawakening of the Dark Heart has provided the Dwarven Orrery with a frightening source of power. To what end? I need your help to ascertain the answer. A moment. Sometimes the intensity of the currents flowing through the darkness can be overwhelming. There. Fenorian reports that Grey Host leaders gather north of Markarth. I believe Rada is there, preparing them for what's to come. It's nothing. I don't want to concern the others. Whatever Rada did at the Orrery connected the Grey Host to the Dark Heart. And that includes me. Like the souls of Markarth of the Heart Consumed, a part of me is caught within the void. I don't know. I can feel the Dark Heart's pulse, a throbbing that grows stronger as the heart becomes more powerful. But it hasn't consumed me. In fact, like Arana and Lady Belaine, I may be able to draw upon it. Though I haven't attempted that yet. Investigate the Grey Host activity in the foothills north of Markarth, near the Thardams. Fenorian will meet you there. Gwendis and I will return to the Orrery in Arkthazand. Join us once you uncover Rada's plans. It's clear the Orrery plays an integral part in Rada's plans. The specifics elude me. The Dark Heart, the Orrery, the Harrow Storms, they are all connected. Smaller pieces of a much grander scheme. Of that much I'm certain. I need to learn more.
Okay, well, I mean, it's all about severing them from Molag Bal, getting their freedom from Molag Bal. That's what it all seems to come back to. That's what it all seems to be about, so...
I knew Lady Belaine was plotting something. I only wish I could split her skull myself.
Arana and her rebels saved us the trouble. They hadn't shown up when they did.
I know. You'd have thought we'd owe our lives to that lot.
Can't you just be grateful? I just hope the Ard lets the rebels stay. They've earned their place.
Okay. We won't ride directly there. We'll take the way shrine. Yeah, we will take the way shrine. The quest marker will update once we're actually outside the city. I hope. Looks like it. Okay. Ah, yeah, these things. Tell we're on the border with Hrothgar now. Oh no, not Grey Host scrubs. What am I gonna do? Normally that Dark Blade would have turned invisible there, but I put a damage over time ability on him, so yeah, his sneak attack didn't work out quite so well.
Brothers and sisters, we are on the cusp of victory. Even your lives. Verondis is living. Give him my beast.
Damn it! I knew we should have attacked when we had the chance.
My orders were to wait, Lyris. At least Rada left something in his haste.
Wait, is that you, partner? Could have used you a moment sooner. I was this close to finally planting my axe in Rada al-Saran's face. Ben hadn't insisted we wait for his Raven Watch friends, that monster wouldn't have slipped through our fingers. Again! You're still on the hunt for him too, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of a common theme with this this whole Year of the thing. Year of the Vampire or whatever it's been called, Dark Heart of Skyrim. Let's see, he's escaped from us once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times now, I think. I think this is 7 times now.
When Ben got his orders to investigate the Grey Host, I invited myself along. Sorry about my temper. It's just that we've been shadowing these bastards for a while, and it looked like the opportunity to strike was finally at hand. Ben's the one keeping notes, but Rada al-Saran gathered his subordinates and remaining forces here. It's clear he's preparing to make a move, so Ben sent word to the Raven Watch. I just wish we knew more about this dark storm Rada mentioned.
If you're wondering, yes, that is Jennifer Hale voicing Lyris. She of Commander Shepard and Mazzy Fenton fame, among many other characters that she's voiced over the years. But yeah, she is the voice of Commander Shepard. Which does make me more kindly disposed to Lyris than I otherwise would be. She's a bit hot-headed, I have to say. She was one of the 5 companions of Baron Aquilarius, the former Emperor. It was her, Saisahan, Abnathan, and Manamarco, and they all helped Varen become Emperor. Although Manamarco was of course a traitor, secretly working for Molag Bal, who then initiated the Blade Melt, so that didn't work out too great. Yes, I noticed that Rada mentioned a dark storm as well. So thank you for bringing that to my attention.
A lead that's dragging us in circles. Look, Ben can tell you more. I'm sure he'd love to talk to someone other than me. Brilliant conversation isn't one of my better-known graces, as you've experienced firsthand. Possibly. And I've seen Ice Reach coven witches among the Grey Host troops. After we dealt with Svargrim and shattered the Grey Host's hold on western Skyrim, it looks like Rada moved his operation to this part of the world. It was slow going, but the concoction he and old Mjolnir produced was the only reason the holds were able to start fighting back. Even after we stopped Rada al-Saran's plan in Solitude, I don't think the western holds would have survived without it. Alive and well. She's taken to her role as Jarl of Solitude far better than anyone imagined. The people love her. There's new life in the hold despite all that's happened. I admit, I'm hopeful for the future too. Provided we stop Rada al-Saran. You're asking me? No idea. But it's here and so is Rada al-Saran, so I guess it's got something to do with whatever he's planning.
Alright, Finn, what have you got?
What? Oh, sorry. I was fixated on this trinket. When Verandis said he would send someone, I assumed he meant to do so. We weren't supposed to make a move, but Lyris feared we'd miss our chance. I don't think we ever had one, but I'll tell her that. Other than I think it belonged to Rada al-Saran, I sense a powerful magic has been cast on the item. Oromancy. I recognize it. The technique is remarkably similar to what Verandis uses. Not surprising, I suppose. They were friends once, after all. Well, after their defeats in Western Skyrim and the Reach, the Grey Host has regrouped. The ancient Exarchs have arrived and asserted their control over the newer troops. We also intercepted a courier a few days ago. He carried a coded message. My command of ancient Yokuden is elementary at best. I assumed it had something to do with Harrow storms, until Rada al-Saran mentioned this dark storm. I think he's planning something massive. More massive even than the storm over Solitude. We're going to meet Verandis. Right now? Yes, that would be prudent, I suppose. Do I look presentable to you? Befitting of an audience with the Count. I imagine there's time for a bath before we head to the orrery. Shouldn't I be? I was studying abroad when you two were dealing with the Lightless Remnant, and I only just learned that he's still alive. I know I couldn't have prevented what happened, but I never even got to say goodbye. Count Verandis is a father to me, more so than my own birthkin. Losing him pained me deeply. I'm looking forward to this second chance we've been given. This trinket Rada al-Saran left behind. It radiates a magical residue similar to what Verandis leaves behind when he casts Oromancy. Perhaps you've seen him use it to draw memories from the past. I wonder why Rada al-Saran left it here. Amazingly so. I assisted Svanna, Jarl Svanna, for a while, helping old Njolin and the Mages Guild produce as much of the Herostorm elixir as we could. But I couldn't linger there forever. I've been tracking the Grey Host ever since. No. Though I'm hopeful Count Verandis can find something in this coded letter. He's better at ancient languages than I am. I was able to find this meeting site, and I know the Grey Host forces have regrouped under the command of the ancient Exarchs.
Okay, let's have a look at this trinket.
Is that Count Verandis?
The soul's ability to travel among infinite planes of existence is equally boundless.
Ben, what did you do?
Souls can go anywhere. Imagine if they had the freedom to choose their destination or even return to life.
It's the Oromancy. We're seeing an image of the past.
Alright then, time to get out of here, I guess. Let's just take care of the rest of the Grey Host forces around here. I like how that guy dodged my heavy attack only to die to the falling arrows. I need to charge my weapons. I did notice that was very low, but then I forgot, so I'll charge everything else while I'm here. Why not? I have 1.4k soul gems. I think I can probably afford to start charging them. Okay, there's a point I could always mount my horse. I have an ability from the Dark Brotherhood where I can ride past things that would aggro on other people. It's quite handy actually. As I say, I mean, you have to get very high in the Dark Brotherhood to have the ability, but yeah, that's how it works with guilds, by the way. Each guild you can belong to has its own skill line. So Dark Brotherhood, you get the Blade of Woe, get reduced bounty and heat, move quicker after killing people, you get supplies, you get that, and you can get that. Fighters Guild, you get Dawnbreaker, Silver Shards, Circle of Protection is another morph of this that heals. I used this for PvP for a while, but I might change it to the healing morph because it is useful to have. Camouflaged Hunter, very helpful. Less so now, since they nerfed Minor Berserk. Used to give 8% bonus damage, now it only gives 5. And then there's a Barbed Trap, which is very powerful. You get all these passive abilities, extra damage, intimidating people. 9 ultimately you kill undead, Daedra, or werewolves. Extra damage to those when using Fighter's Guild abilities, and Fighter's Guild quests for Cyrodiil. Mage's Guild, Persuasion, reduced cost, increased duration, increased magicka and magicka recovery, Empower, which they recently changed. Used to only buff light attacks, but now it's light and heavy. The only ability I've got here is Radiant Mage Light for preventing the stun when being attacked from stealth. There's also Entropy, Fire Rune, and Equilibrium. Surgical Ward has got some good ones. Temporal Guard, go back to where your health was 4 seconds ago. Health, Magicka, and Stamina, and Minor Protection used to be 8%, now it's 5%. You can stop time in a certain area. Extra weapon damage, extra critical damage and movement speed, healing, and being able to restore all your abilities through meditation. Thieves Guild, very good one here is Haggling. And Veil of Shadows, and then there's Undaunted, which is to do with the dungeons. Activating synergies restores 4% of your resources, and increase your max health, stamina, and magicka by 2% per type of armor that you have equipped. This is all medium armor. This is a build designed for damage. While I'm showing off skills, let's look at the Alliance War. We've got Assault, so that's where we get our healing from. We can ride faster, we can throw caltrops down, which don't do very much damage. And there's Detonation for the good old mag blade bomb builds. When we recover a resource, we get 20% stamina and magical recovery and 10% weapon spell damage for 10 minutes. Our long range abilities are even longer range, and we get 20 ultimate for killing a player. I don't use any of these abilities except Reviving Barrier sometimes. Magica Aid. So when I have that sorted, I get 10% Magica Recovery. Combat Medic's helpful. Extra healing when defending a keep or attacking it. And Battle Resurrection is very helpful as well for getting allies up off the ground. Imperial skills, experience with one hand and shield, and increased gold gain, increased max health, increased max stamina, and red diamond. Just cost of all abilities, and you get 333 of each resource back when doing direct damage once every 5 seconds. Assassination. Well, I think I showed this off anyway, but we get flanking, we get almost 3k penetration, and increased duration from sneak attack stuns. The enemy dies within 2 seconds being damaged, we get 100 magica and stamina, 1000 magica and stamina back. Weapon critical is increased by 438 for each assassination ability slotted, and this increases our critical damage by 10%. Whenever we deal critical damage, we get increased critical chance. Over here, Refreshing Shadows gives us increased recovery. Whenever we use a shadow ability, we get increased armor. And that can be increased further by equipping lots of heavy armor. Increased health for each shadow ability slotted, and that increases the duration by 2 seconds. Drinking potion, we get 20 ultimate, increased max magica, increased healing, and casting a siphoning ability generates 2 ultimate every 4 seconds in combat. Dual wield, increased damage against low health enemies, increased offhand damage, reduced stamina cost, 15% bonus when attacking stunned, immobilized, disorientated or silenced enemies, and this is why you want to use an axe and a dagger. Each axe gives your melee attacks an 8% chance to inflict bleed damage for over 6 seconds. Each dagger increases your critical rating. So yeah. And then with the bow, more damage at longer range, increased crits, decreased cost. When we hit an enemy with a light or heavy attack, we can stack extra damage for our bow abilities by hitting them repeatedly. And after we use dodge roll, we get increased movement speed, which is very helpful. For our armor, increased weapon critical, increased stamina recovery and reduced stamina cost, reduced cost sneak, and decreased detection radius, increased weapon damage when we've got 5 or more pieces of medium armor equipped, and increase movement speed for sprint and reduce the cost of roll dodge by significant amounts. Those are our main skills. This over here, by the way, is a Sigil portal. By looting it, we should get good stuff. Yes. That wasn't very nice. Cast that just to offset the yeah, we can't mount us our way out of combat, sadly. Ooh, heavy sack, heavy sack, heavy sack. Maybe I should have shown all those passives at the start of this, but oh well.
Helping your race to death or betrayal. We mustn't just
Oh well. So yeah, medium armor is what you want for damage dealing. Or damage dealing as a stamina class anyway. heavy armor's very much a defensive option, only really suitable for tanking or sometimes PvP. You can offset the damage, the 15% damage bonus with improved survivability. There are some heavy weapon sets, heavy armor sets that do give you weapon damage bonuses, but not many. Most of them are defensively minded. Okay.
But we intercepted this letter.
A moment, Fenorian. The darkness has passed. Well done acquiring this letter.
Never mind the pat on the back, Durandus. What happened?
It's nothing. A distraction. Our friend has arrived, and we must not waste any time.